The day has finally arrived and I'm so excited. This is our first trip to Kwaggahoek Dam and I'm just in awe of this view. You guys ready for another episode? Let's do this. This has to be the most anticipated trip of 2020. We've been waiting for this trip for what, about 2 months now? Yeah. It was a delayed year. There's been so much of hype, so much of build up to this trip, getting all of our gear together, counting the days. But we know this is by no means an easy dam.
Yeah.
So for the session, we've stayed away from boilies. We've gone with a basic particle mix, just some tiger nuts, hemp seed. I've added a bit of chickpeas to my mix as well, and then we've just added a couple of handfuls of maize, just to hopefully that doesn't attract too much of the bubble. But yeah, keeping it simple. Same with our rigs, going with basic tiger nuts, either with foam, fake maize or cork. Trying a bit of pop-ups as well. Let's see whether we're gonna land those monsters.
Hey, here's one for the camera.
Okay, so Kyle, you've officially saved a blank.
What is this?
Let's check. Hold it nicely.
Carp. No.
What is a carp? Baby common.
I think so. No. Maybe.
There we go.
Oh, ladu. Okay. So we've just saved 2 blanks. If there's no carp for this trip, let's check it out. Kyle, you're asking for trouble. Can you see that? Yeah.
What must happen? What must happen now? Huh? Ompit gave us 2 hooks. That's how he want to fish with one himself.
Yeah, right. Almost there.
Almost isn't enough.
Okay.
Almost doesn't count. Imagine if Ronaldo almost scored a goal.
Why must it be so? So after using this boat for about 100 times, you think that we'll get an electric pump.
See you, Gam.
That's it.
Once the boat was up and running, we headed out to look for some spots and find some features that we were going to be fishing to. We decided to try a few deep points as well as some areas that had a bit of structure in them, but we also placed a few rods against some of the margins so that we had all areas covered. After finding the spots we were happy with, it was time to drop those lines, get back to our swims and hope that those monsters would be onto our bait soon. Within a couple of hours, our excitement of a real run seemed to be overshadowed by some very dark clouds moving just ahead of us. Little did we know what havoc this weather was about to cause. By the end of day 1, it had seemed that there was going to be no action. But we woke up early on day 2 and we knew that we had to keep our head in the game. We decided to redo our lines and try and spot where some of the fish were hiding. unfortunately, with all the tactics we tried to implement, day 2 just didn't produce a single bite.
It's day 3 and I'm not gonna lie to you, this dam is starting to defeat us. I don't know what is it we're doing wrong. I mean, our rigs are presented like absolutely spot on. We've stayed away from pop-ups after catching a couple of barbel. I'm not sure. We've done our homework. We've found out where the hotspots are. We've looked at various drop-offs where these sort of holes are, and yeah, we've really tried to keep it to the book, and nothing's been happening.
By day 4, none of us wanted to admit it, but we'd started to give up mentally. You could see by our body language that we were now ready to go home. I stopped recording and already started to pack some of my things away, because we'd come to the conclusion that Kwaggahoek Dam had already shown us its dark side. And after seeing what this place produces, we knew that our chances of holding one of those fish were never going to happen on this trip. But any fisherman will tell you that anything can happen, even in the dying moments of a session. So you should never give up. And just like that, within a few moments, we heard a sound that we never expected to hear. We were onto the boat within a flash, and I must admit, this was one of the most terrifying moments because I knew that I could not lose this fish. Unfortunately, with all the excitement of eventually landing this fish, I thought I was still recording, only to learn later that I had stopped the recording altogether. My biggest catch of the session was unfortunately not recorded, but I was fortunate to have some pictures of what would be my biggest fish of my career so far. An absolutely stunning common at 11.6 kgs, which is a new PB for me and of course a blank saver for this trip. On the morning of day 5, it was time to pack up and our spirits had been lifted once again. We were not going empty-handed. But Kwaggahoek decided to give us one more gift before we could go home.
What a beautiful fish. Last minute picking up, ready to go home. And this is what we get. Thank you, Kwaggas. $9.6 kilos, guys. A new mirror PB for me. What a wonderful fish. Yes!
Mara PB, well done.
9.6. Give me the camera 1 second.
Why?
I just want to say something to the audience. To the audience. So guys, Justin caught his mirror. He caught his PB here at Kwaggahoek Dam, but he forgot to press record on the GoPro. So we got a little surprise for him, guys.
Man.
Well done, Justin!
Well done! Thanks. So that concludes another episode, guys. This has been an amazing experience for all 3 of us. You know, this year we've worked so hard just to make sure that our rigs have been on point, making sure that our baiting presentations were consistent. So we've really worked hard to get to the point where we are now, and it's really starting to pay off. I think the only thing that's missing now is to start landing some of these monsters. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Until next time, take care.
Yes, man!